Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Gulfstream today. Samantha is right over there. She's got a football shirt on today. You'll see it in a moment. And Ron, no football shirt. But good luck, everybody. If you're going to play the Super Bowl later, I'll be getting Samantha's pick at the end of the show here, see who she likes.
Oh,
She's
geez.
been so lucky. A long shot won yesterday. She's been doing great stuff here. It is, I hate to say this again, it's just perfect here. It really
Perfect. I hate saying it. No, they got snow in New York last night. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I hope you're staying warm watching us.
Yeah, my wife's in Toronto. She may not
Oh.
make it back. They
Yeah,
got a big,
no
They got a
kidding.
big one last night, so we'll see how it plays out. So, fast main track, firm turf course, Rainbow Six. Boy, we had a single yesterday. No, we didn't have
No.
singles yesterday, the day before. But boy, it's building up real nicely. What do we got? $500,000 today. How about winning $500,000, then putting 500,000 on your favorite team?
Oh God.
Double it up, no?
I don't know about that. I might take the money and run.
Yeah, I know you would take the money and run. There's no doubt about that. And, you know, a great way to start the day when we're on the turf, and we got the early pick 5 this afternoon. By the way, that race is 1 mile on the firm turf course, and it's a maiden claimer. And these are 4-year-olds and up with nice full field of 11 with no scratches. And Brian put a ticket together. Let's check it out.
Yeah, and it's going to be a nice sequence, I think. And he's singling early. I had tough with these early races, so good on him for having some singles. There's back-to-back, and then in race number 3, he's got a couple of major players. I like the 6 trying the dirt for the first time. Race number 4, really good optional claiming race for just the straight 3-year-olds that starts the tropical turf pick 3 run. The one Forge is who I singled, I think, in my tropical turf pick 3.
Yeah,
and in race,
sorry.
yeah, no, you're fine. In race number 5, that's a tough one. My top pick, he doesn't even have in the mix.
Well, what is it?
The 6.
Oh, 6. I didn't use it either, so
Oh,
we'll see how it
all
plays
right.
out. Well, that's like, hey, she's been going. I'm going with her, so don't.
You've been good too, so I don't know. Don't put it all on me.
Well, let's start it off there. Well, let's see. Did you go with the horse that Brian singled over Mars?
No, did you?
Yeah, I have him on top.
What did
I wouldn't single him at all. You know, I just don't know the ramp to the barn is going so good. But let's talk about the 3 that you do have. Salted Caramel. That's a really nice price of 12 to 1. Who's certainly getting a drop today.
Yeah, huge drop for 1. And blinkers go on. This was Pegasus week that this horse ran, and I like the drop in class, and I like the fact that a Son of Kitten's Joy is finally going to get on the actual turf.
Yeah, it runs out. And over Mars that we're talking about, just comes off a long layup.
Yeah.
And he was in with maiden special weight competition, precisely Sticky McStickins, who we saw run the other day.
Lamcaro won the race.
Like Lamcaro, we thought wouldn't win the race, won the race.
Yeah.
And the drop. That's what it was. I think that's, I don't know if I would single it. And then we got a video that we wanted to show you with a couple of horses in there, Oscar Worthy being one that you have in your ticket.
Yeah.
And John the Baptist, I think, is in that race. So let's go back and look at that.
Yeah, I thought this was just a good effort all around from some of these horses here, Ron. John the Baptist, I was kind of fading a little bit, and it looks like you did too.
Yeah.
So I thought that Oscar Worthy ran well. It's a Brian Lynch trainee, so they're going to bet this horse. It's very early in the betting right now, so maybe not pay too much attention to that. But, oh yeah, there's Oscar Worthy way out the back. That's not where you want to be. We saw it yesterday, Ron. You've got to be close, and he couldn't get there. But to be fair, that was his stablemate who won the race.
Yeah, he ran okay in there.
Yeah.
Just it's something to show in there. Yeah, Oscar Worthy, I put somewhere on my ticket. I put him a little further down, but certainly can run well
Yeah.
with those great connections. Now, I did use the one on my ticket, Super Crunchy. This one from Mike Trombetta with Paco Lopez in the saddle today, and I found a stat on Mr. Trombetta. Let's see what it looks. Maybe this will help you out in the first race. You can see how wide open it is. And this is a small one just over the last couple of years. 50% drop on the turf. He's 3 for 13, 23%, 62% in the money, 217 is the return of investment. So you might think this horse is going to run well. Actually, third on the morning line. So a wide open affair. Brian's singling. I don't know about that. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, let's go to the second race, a 1 mile event. This is on the main track, and the maiden claimers 3-year-olds. We did have a scratch of the one Handsome Fox, and the rider on the 3 is David Baracco. And Brian has his pick 4 ticket. Do we show it here?
We'll tweet it out.
We'll tweet it out, and Brian, I'm sure, will be tweeting it out this afternoon. Brian will definitely be back on Wednesday, so we know that for a fact. Another single here. Well, we agree with this single he had,
Yes.
and that's Joe Jr.
Well, Gain. You just got
Oh, go,
points.
yeah. I'm looking
Well,
at Joe.
man,
I got my finger on the 8 horse.
that might be a horse that you got to play now and things like
Right.
that have Freudian slip. This is a
Right.
huge drop in class, and this horse could probably win for the 35 level, but Bobby DeBona said, nope, we'll just put him in for the bottom. And if somebody wants to take him, you can have him.
Yeah, it's a big drop, and that's the allure, of course. And Bobby DeBona, we ran into him the other day, and he said, all my horses this week and next week are going to run well. He says that all the time. That's the problem. So we'll see how it is. What about Ruiz Jr. that you have in second? I have fade a little further down on the ticket.
Oh, this is one that just the dirt races were not that bad, especially now you're at the bottom here on the dirt. I think that the rail horse being gone is a problem maybe for Ruiz Jr., but not a lot of speed, so maybe we're okay.
Yeah, no, I went with the 4 and second. Song So Sweet. You could see stretched out to 7 furlongs, ran a little better third than it ran going 5.5 furlongs. So I'm thinking maybe it'll run a little better today going a 1-turn mile. So threw that one on the ticket.
I
so,
like it.
Number 8, Gain, is the one to beat there, according to the three of us. Not Joe Jr. That was, like I said, that's the winner.
That is probably. Watch out.
All right, let's go to race number 3. It's a 7-furlong sprint on the main track. Claim is 4-year-olds and upward. No scratches in here. And we both went with the number 6, Hey Q. This one from Marty Drexler. Going to try something different today.
Yep, try something different. A 5-year-old going to try the dirt for the first time. Hey, the Tapeta races were fine at Woodbine. I don't have a problem with those. He's never been here to Gulfstream or been to a spot where he can run on the dirt. So now a son of Accelerate, 13% with dirt sprints, but also 13% with Tapeta sprints.
Now a horse that's going to step up a little bit today, and that is the number 2, 16 Cigarettes. Is this really a step up? When you go 8,003 to 12,530, I don't know how much of a jump up it is.
Yeah, against a field like this, I feel like it's more lateral for sure. But it was a good race last time by him.
Yeah, 16 Cigarettes. Don't get the name. I guess this means something to somebody.
Means something.
Lomachenko is where I went in second.
I
Peter
like it.
Walder, same thing. Just blew the doors off the competition last time out. And, he steps up. Peter does a good job. Usually spots them where they're going to win. So, small field there. See how it plays out there. But both Samantha and I like Marty Drexler. How could you not?
Yeah.
How good has that barn been going?
Yes.
Now, race number 4 is 1 mile on turf. It's an allowance optional claimer. And these are 3-year-olds, and it's going to kick off the tropical turf pick 3 in race number 4. And Samantha put a nice ticket together. Let's check it out.
I hope it's a nice ticket. I got the long shot yesterday and then couldn't close out the other two. So we'll see. I'm singling with Forged Steel. I'm singling in race number 6 with Celtic Motive for Brendan Walsh. I like this horse a lot today. And in race number 9, this is a tough race. I've got one of the Brendan Walsh runners. Anel for Carlos David, I think, might be a little sneaky. Sol de Oro for Christophe Clement. And Smart Union for Graham Motion. That's a tough race 9.
It really is.
Yeah.
And I love that in the 7th race. That horse is a grade 3 stakes place while it made group 3 stakes place in Europe, I should say. So great way to start it off. And like you said, you singled Ford Steel. So let's take a look at his last race.
Yeah, this was, I believe the grass, there we go. Yeah, the grass debut, his second start ever. He ran really big here. And what I like about him is he's got speed from the rail. Edgar Zayas, we can't tip our hat enough to him, I feel like, as of late. He's always good. I shouldn't say that. But I think that people are finally really noticing, and he's getting the credit he deserves. Look at this horse level off, Ron. This was really impressive. Now, he came back at Kentucky Downs and wanted no part of it. Then they tried him on the dirt. No part of that either. I don't know how far Vacomas want to go, at least on the dirt, but I think you can sneak by with a mile race in that fashion.
And getting Lasix today, too. So, and that is, of course, our leading trainer, Safi Joseph Jr. I am in agreement with all the things you said, but I went a little, I went with the 7 in here into Diamond. So, I just thought this horse, if you look at this horse, Mark Cassie, is going to stretch out to the mile today. I thought ran well coming off the bench here at Gulfstream to finish 3rd. It's into Mischief. The horse can get the distance. It's MSCL Jaramillo, so I think there's maybe a plan to put this horse up near the lead, and we know how good speed horses run on this turf course. Certainly got the jock to do it. Certainly got the breeding to get the mile. Take a shot. I don't know what it is on the morning line. 5-1 on the morning line.
That's good. That's great.
What else you got in here?
I like Attack a bit from Mark Cassie also, this is one that has never been on the grass course before, but I was able to see a couple of the works. There was a work on the 19th, and that was here. And this horse was very forward. Son of Munnings just doing his thing. We'll see what happens today.
Well, horse I got in second, I'm looking down here. Bill Mott at 15-1 with Junior Alvarado. That's Roscoe Punch. I want to show you a stat on Bill Mott. And it's interesting to see because he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Maiden winner last out on the turf the past 5 years. He's solid, 17%, 41%. He's got a positive return on investment. I'm expecting this horse to run well today. You know, maybe a big step up and, you know, class-wise. But, hey, it's Bill Mott. It's Junior Alvarado.
Yep.
They've been clicking for years. So if he's 15-1, meet me at the window. I'll be certainly using him on my Triumph Super.
A big win by Nick Stile yesterday at Tampa, too. That was a horse we were able to watch here, scratch out of the inside information because she got sick and then came to Tampa and won. So congrats to them.
Well, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll have my Rainbow 6 ticket.
And they're off.
New DRF All Access Past Performances. With one best-in-class product, you now get all 3 past performance formats. Easily switch between views. Access the most trusted information in horse racing with DRF All Access Past Performances. Go to DRF.com and use coupon code 1FREEPP for a free single card today.
Welcome back to Gulfstream today, Ron and Samantha. Now we're going to sashay to the 5th race today, and 1 mile and 1/16th on the Pita. And this is where the Rainbow 6 is going to start. And you saw at the beginning they're expecting $500,000 or more in the pool, and it's a great way to get a little money and then watch the big game. So let's see my ticket. Guess what it is? 43.20 up there.
Big surprise.
We'll talk about the 5th. Just like you, I love Celtic motif.
Good.
In that race, I'm singling right there. Race number 7, I just went too deep in there. I'm more ye control. This horse loves to win and loves to win when I don't bet it. So let's see if I can turn that over.
That's so true.
and the 4 now showing. Lots of coverage in race number 8 there. There's a little bit of a head scratcher for me. That is where the Coast to Coast picks off, right?
Yes.
Race 8 today. I went deep in there. And then race number 9, as Samantha mentioned, pretty tough race that she has for Tropical Turf Pick 3. I scratched into, I lost my long shot, the 8, and I scratched into the number 5 horse in there, Sol de Oro. And in the last, just 4, 6, and 8 for me. Top pick being the 6, Executive Success. And we'll show you a replay of that horse. I think I beat a nose last time.
It was very close,
Very close race, Getting back to race number 5, and always interested to see how you started it off in here.
Looking at our picks just earlier in the earlier half of the card, I was like looking, did I get the right day? That's how I felt for a second. Okay, Searchy here. The 2-turn dirt experiment didn't go well, but that's okay because this horse is consistent on the Tapeta. Broke her maiden there 2 starts back. The 2nd place finisher came back to win. The 4th place finisher came back to win out of that race. And now we're back in a spot where theoretically it's a good spot to be, that 12-5 non-winners of 2 run. And we'll get Tyler aboard today.
Yeah, Tyler. I did go with the number 7 Southern Palace, and this was on the mile of 16th on the dirt last time out. But Victor Barboza thought enough to this horse when they drop it in to go and grab it. It was the favorite last time, so I found the stand on Victor Barboza Jr., and we'll see what it is here. And I'm sure it's going to be an interesting one when it pops up. I'm trying to think what it was. I think I had a stem.
You did it on Tuesday last week, I think.
Oh, look at this. I did this just for this.
Oh,
First
wow.
after claimed dirt to defeat in the past 3 years. I wanted to put this up. 100% in the money with a $10.47. All right. Now, that's just,
wow.
Past 3 years. I just thought that was fun to show.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes. Wow.
I thought that was the stat. I put that one on top. Besides,
I
the
like
stat.
it. Well, look at the work on February 1st
Yeah.
after the claim. The Tapeta works are always very
Yeah.
snappy. Well, man, I got to for sure use that one in my rainbow. Woo.
And then you have, what else did you have on your ticket?
I like the 2 dialythic. I put this horse in the mix just because she's got speed. And I know she's first off the claim, but that's okay because she's never lost her speed, whoever claims her run. And so I think that's good, consistent form. And she'll hit the board, I think. I don't know if she'll win, but she'll hit the board.
Yeah, first for Cathy Mudgett. What about the number 1 Bonmonte there? We see the return of Ira Ortiz Jr. was up in Temple yesterday.
Yeah.
And this horse ran well enough that you have to use. Got speed, got the inside post, and you got a leading rider.
Yeah, you got Iran.
You got Ira.
Yeah.
So we'll flip the page. We'll go to race number 6, 1 mile on the turf. These are maidens, and they are filly 3-year-olds. We're going to scratch the 10, 11, all the altos, 13, 14, 15, 16. Note that number 12 is going to get in and run. And we both like the number 7 Celtic Motif. Did you single that one in your late pick 5?
I did, and we'll take a quick look at it here. $24 is the play. Singling, race 7. I do have the 7 on top. That is my long shot, Reina Buchero. Race 8, there's my other single of the 7, Shred the Gnar. I'm excited to talk about that race because it's a good one. Race number 9, another really competitive one for the fillies. I have Sachet Away on top. I think that it's a spread race, though. I did the same thing in my Tropical Turf pick 3. And in race number 10, I have the 4 on top.
Roxy, we'll have in
Roxy.
second. Yeah, so very another great one, $24, very affordable. And I've been, when I first saw the entries and saw this horse on it, I said, boy, this is an interesting horse. And tell them why.
Well, first time Lasix, first time Brennan Walsh in the United States. Her workmate actually ran yesterday. That was the 4-horse Luis Saez was aboard. I forget the name right now, but finished, I think, 3rd or 4th. And this horse, I think, is a classier filly. She was 3rd in a Group 3 race there. That was against 11 horses, and she ran really well. You're going to get a 10-pound weight break now, going from 128 pounds on your back to 118. That's a big difference. We'll now just see what kind of trip she can work out. It's a tough race, but she's the class, I think.
Yeah, and I'll show you a stat, too, on Brendan Walsh. Maybe this will solidify things in your mind. So let's see what it is. Sure, it's good. And this is North American Shippers first Lasix on turf. 26% and 43%. You knew it was going to be good.
Yeah, this is, of course, Ron, this is a barn that I worked for a couple of years. And every time we got horses in the United States, just the way that he takes his time with the horses is such a good thing. And especially here at Gulfstream Park, when you're at Palm Meadows, you've got the trail to train these European horses on, and they just flourish in it. So I think that this filly's going to be prime today.
Well, you went with Fast Market in second, and then we'll talk about the 9. I want to ask you about the 9, but Fresh Market in second.
Well, she runs the same
Fast
way.
Market.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Fresh Market. I'm thinking of lunch.
You're thinking of lunch. Yeah, there you go. We can get that in a little bit. But hot dogs today.
That's right.
So she's not a big filly by any means. Volatile, only 3 for 16 on turf routes. But every time I watch her run, she just kind of, towards the end of the race, she just kind of comes off the bit a little bit. And at first I thought she was just getting tired. But what I think it is, I think she's just on the wrong surface.
Good. Yeah. We'll see how she runs, and you get a little. What is she on the morning line? She's 6-1.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the first-time starter. Love You Anyway. Just look at the breeding on this horse. Tap It by a Quality Road mare. Debuting for Rusty Arnold with Lasix, Luis Saez.
Yeah.
Decent works on the turf, on the main track up at Palm Meadows.
Her half sister is Wine on Tap, who won first time out and was stakes placed, just a very early filly. Is it odd that now this horse is going to debut 2 turns on the grass? I feel like that means you can't run on the dirt.
Oh,
well, not as good, at least, on the dirt. I don't know.
Let's see. Another horse I wanted to mention that's one of the horses that in between the 5 scratches gets in, and that's I'll Be Ready. And this one from Shug McGay with Paco Lopez getting Lasix this afternoon, a daughter of More Than Ready. This is the Phipps Stables breeding up and down.
Yep, definitely. Tough post position, though.
Yeah.
Very tough.
Yeah, and only a couple of scratches to the inside, but only makes it post 10, I believe. So we'll flip the page, go to race number 8 now, and this is where the Coast to Coast pick 5 is going to kick off, and I believe this is when
race 7.
Oh, race 7. Oh, race 7 kicks off.
No, but we're on race 7. There we go.
Skip the race.
He's
oh,
got
oh,
his
there. I
pick
knew
4.
Brian's pick 4 was picked up. Hey, it's been a long week, so
Yeah.
my pages are sticking together
They're
here.
sticking.
So let's look at Brian. There it is, $13.50, and he's going 3 deep. We'll talk about this race. Race 8 now that I'm trying to get to. He's got 3 in there. My top pick in there is the 10. She's a gamer. Did you use that one?
No. But I like her.
Yeah. What about he singled the 5 in race 9, Sol de Oro.
I like it. Christoph, yeah.
And in the last race, I believe he's got the same ones you have.
A few of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, all of them.
All of them. Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Sorry about skipping that race, Brian. I'm still thinking about you, buddy, but forgot your late pick 4
There you
ticket.
go.
Let's talk about the 7 here. Oh, long shot.
Long shot. 5-year-old daughter of Buchero has never been on the Tapeta track here. We know how good the Tapeta horses run, Bucheros run on the Tapeta. Was a big winner in April last year, came back, and that was a really tough race. Muccia ran yesterday in the Philly race at Tampa,
Right.
so that's a tough race. But now we'll get this sharp sprinting and get to the Tapeta.
Yeah, it's a 15-1, very good. And you're getting Lena Reyes, who knows how to bring those long shots in.
Yeah.
The horse that, let's show the replay. I think it's 2 back of Amor Ye Control and now showing.
Yeah, look, Amori Control, 5 wins in a row. And on the Tapeta.
I know.
I'm trying to think. Fly the W put maybe 7 wins together.
Right.
I'll have to go back and check because last year and the year before, Fly the W had kind of taken the cap of how many Tapeta wins in a row. But Amori Control, she is all racehorse.
Right.
This is just so impressive. And you see now showing just trying to get there. Well, news flash, she's not. And what do you do to? It was close. I'm not going to say that. Now, Amori Control has had a race since then,
Right.
has won since then, comes back in 23 days. So that could potentially be a problem.
Yeah, she was disqualified.
She
in that
was.
race.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but
Yeah.
she was
So I
put
guess
down
not really
5 and 4 and that one. If you
4
want
and a half.
to see the head on, it's debatable. Let's
Yeah.
put it that
There you
way.
go, yeah. Fair,
so
fair, fair.
I put this one on top, but don't bank on it. I just can't catch that horse. She's had 4 out of 5 in a row, and I missed all 4 out
Yeah,
of 5
I
with
know.
her on top. What about now showing? That was the horse that got up last time out via the disqualification, but she ran good. And she was
did.
favored that day.
Yeah, she was. But now first off the claim for other connection. So you just wonder how she's going to do.
What about the 6 Garnet and Gold?
I think that this is a very, very, very sneaky horse here. You've got Kevin Rice bringing a horse in. When he does that, watch out.
Yeah, it runs well. So, yeah, it's good. It's a wide open race.
Yeah.
Now we'll go to race number 8. I got everything back under control in here. Now,
hope
more
so.
you controlled.
There you go.
Race 8, 6 furlongs on the main track. These are filly 3-year-olds. Scratch the number 1, May Mischief. And now we have the first leg of the Coast to Coast, pick 5. And how did you do it? Well, you like this race. You got Shred the Gnar.
I have Shred the Gnar singled. Now, there's a couple that we'll talk about that I think we can add, but let's look at the work of Shred the Gnar. I believe this is the 4th of January, so over a month ago now, but this was the most recent one. Now, the horse she's working with is nobody to write home about. I don't think this horse has even started. She's on the inside. She is a massive Into Mischief filly, just a big, strong, good-looking filly. People think I'm crazy if I say that the Saratoga sale $610 for an Into Mischief is cheap, but it actually is. But she did this in hand. You look at the work coming into this race. It was a bullet at 59. Now, I didn't see it with my own eyes, so I'm not going to tell you that it was fantastic because I like to see how they do it with those fast works. If you're driving on them, 59 means nothing to me. So I think that she's got the breeding to be a good thing. She's a half to Owendale, who is a multiple graded stakes winner, 2nd in the Preakness Oklahoma Derby winner.
Right.
I was not there for that, but Brad Cox did train the half.
I knew that was it. Yeah, so she ran well. And, yeah, I like the breeding on that. And for all the reasons you mentioned, the other horse that, I flip-flop, I have the 10 on top. And, we can show the 10. Well, we don't have a replay.
No,
we
we
get
don't.
to replay on the 2. But the 10, she's a gamer. I just thought previous experience is really going to help. Look at the first race, Kimchi Cat really came back and won nicely. Comes back, runs an 80 figure, albeit finishes second that day. I think that's a logical one.
Yeah, it's interesting. My notes on her, and I'm just going to probably slap myself by the end of this 8th race, is I put she'll win next out. I didn't think she was 100% fit. Actually, she wasn't 100% fit. She was very forward, but she was still a bit heavy. She needed the race. She kind of reminds me yesterday of Multiverse. There were a couple of really good first-time starters, but the fit horse won. The horse over the track won.
Right. Exactly. Now, what about Love You Morgan, and this one ridden by the apprentice Mika Husband? I think you have a work you want to show here.
Yeah, this is a really, okay, so this filly is actually, has a longer stride and is actually a better looking filly than Shred the Nard. Now, there she is on the outside. She's working with Catalytic, by the way. Who,
wow, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So what I like is she just does things really effortlessly, Ron. And look, Catalytic kind of got away from her a little bit, but then she comes and she does what she needs to. Now, my only worry with her coming into this race, one is, unfortunately, now we draw the rail. Two, I don't know how much speed she has for 6 furlongs.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes out. You know, certainly got the connections to run well, getting in light apprentice.
Yeah.
And you got Safi Joseph Jr. And then I had some interest, and I don't know, I think maybe the name sort of grabbed me. Pastry.
Of course.
You know, this one being the daughter of Candy Ride. You know, those Palm Beach Downs workout there, there's plenty of them, a couple of bullets.
Yeah.
That's Todd's hometown there, if you want to call it that. Debuting with John Velasquez with Lasix. What do we get today?
I don't know. She worked 10 flat at the OBS sale. It was earlier in the morning. She's a bigger filly, and there was a breeze from her, but it was back in November, so I can't tell any. She was still very big in November. Let's see if she's fit, and that's good because you can start off your coast-to-coast pick 5 with looking at these horses. That makes a difference.
Great betting race. They got so many
Incredibly,
different ways, and Samantha did a good job showing a couple of those workouts in the morning. Race number 9 is 1 mile on the turf, and it is an allowance optional claimer for 3-year-old fillies. Scratch the 4 spool and scratch my long shot. It was 20-1 with Dylan Davis.
I
Not
know,
going to run.
I'm bummed for you.
Altamira Suru, I thought that would run well in there. So, I ended up going with the number 5 horse in here, Sol de Oro, which we'll talk about in a minute. But what do you see with the one horse in here, and that's Sachet Away?
She made her first start in the Brendan Walsh barn last time out against her stablemate, Lush Lips, who Lush Lips, that was her second win in a row. Lush Lips is a really nice filly. Very, very nice. So she was never going to beat her stablemate, but she still ran very, very well. Now we've got Tyler Gaffleone aboard. The rail draw, not ideal on the grass. We'll see what kind of trip that this filly can work out with Tyler Gaffleone. That honestly worries me a little bit, where she'll sit. But she, like a lot of these fillies in this race, don't have a lot of early speed.
Now, you got to show the video of the number 5 Sol de Oro, the debut. This horse was, it looked like he was out back in the parking lot breaking from the rail.
This was impressive. You don't win races like this at all. This far back from the rail draw on debut, going 2 turns, it was just like one after another, and you still don't see this horse, and you see the white face coming and just takes off like a little bit of a rocket ship. That was a very, very strong effort. I will say this. I don't know about the strength of that race now because We See You didn't run too well. I believe it was Friday. I don't know about how strong this race was, but the good thing is she's not over the top. She can improve.
No, it was a great performance, and like I said, if you saw it from the rail, she basically got shut off from the rail and still was able to come around. So if you picked it up from the beginning, you can always check the replays out on XBTV and see how this horse overcame a lot of obstacles in there. What I want to ask you about the number 3 horse in here, Windflower. This one from my buddy Billy Mott. I just thought this horse gets blinkers off today after a victory. Find that interesting and lacing.
I love this move. Yeah. Look, you don't have to keep the blinkers on. I feel like they are sometimes the most overused tool in a barn. They take them off, and this is why Bill Mott's in the Hall of Fame. And Christophe Clement yesterday with my long shot, 5-year-old off the blinkers off. It doesn't always work, but it's just a personal opinion of mine. Blinkers come off. Yeah, she won last time, but hey, she she won fine with or without him. I think now we'll see what she can work out. That was a tough win, Ron. The rails were at 66 feet, so now you slice that rail draw in half today.
Well, one other horse we'll talk before we do the page, because you have it in second, and that is Smart Union. And this one, is okay. Union Regs.
I don't like Union Rags on the turf
That's why I
at
mentioned
all.
them.
Yeah, I don't. Union Rags and Gun Runner, those are the two that I'm not a fan of. Now, they can win, obviously, because look at this filly. She's the exception to my own rule. She's won twice. I do prefer Union Rags versus Gun Runners on the grass, I'll say that. But she's got a recency edge, and she's been all game. I don't think when she won at Keeneland, I didn't feel like she was beat a lot in that Keeneland race, but she galloped out really nice. She came back here in a stakes, didn't work out, but came to Tampa in an optional claiming race and ran well. So she's got a recency edge.
There's only two-time winners in this
Yes.
field: the 9 Smart Union and the 10 Pop Style.
Isn't that so interesting?
You always have to take a look at horses that have done something that nobody else in the field has done. And
it makes a big difference.
Yeah, they've won twice. So flipping the page, going to the final race, it's going to be 5.5 furlongs on the Tapeta, and these are maiden claimers, and they are filly 3-year-olds. We're scratching the 5 Miss Matoli, and also the 7 Luna Luska, and we have what do you have? Let's talk about the 4 first, Roxy. Then we'll show that video.
Just a first-time starter. Ralph Nix trained the Damn Carolyn Smile, and I used to gallop her, which I thought, it's always so funny when you see these horses come back. Now, Carolyn Smile took a while to win her first out. I think she finally won for the $30,000 level maiden claiming on the dirt, and then they retired her after that. But she was a very, very classy filly, very classy. So I think that despite being in for $50,000, I think she's got some class to her. I have not seen the works, but I love the fact that she did get a breeze over at Palm Meadows.
Let's show that video of executive success with Rachel Slavinsky in the saddle.
Yeah, a rider that is just here for the winter time, working some for Safi. This was a filly I actually bet first time out, and she completely missed the break. It was a heartbreaker. This is a really nice filly. They keep her in the same spot here. You get a 5-pound weight break, but you see here it just wasn't enough to get by.
Yeah, it just started drifting a little bit.
Yeah,
too,
she did.
So
She started drifting out, and but she'll be very tough here, especially going the 5.5 furlongs, I think, because you get more. You look at that; she galloped out well too.
Yeah, she galloped out well. She looks like she figured it out in the latter stages of the race. That's the 10. Let's check out the lightning round, and we'll turn it over to Pete Aiello.
Well, we both got our single beat, everybody's single beat yesterday.
Yeah, right.
But I don't want to take anything away from Epona's Hope, because she broke like a rocket, as she did last time. And good luck. She said, see you when I want to be ya.
Yeah, so she just, as we were talking about the race when we came on the air, as we were talking about it, I'm going, oh my goodness, this horse could win for fun, beat our horse. Now ours was game, and then we're talking about just to care, just gets nipped at the wire. So
yeah, she did.
She ran a great race too. So what are you going to do? We've been mentioning Coast to Coast starts in race number 8.
8, yes. So the maiden special weight for the fillies, and it's a really competitive sequence. Only 2 winners, 2 tickets yesterday in the Coast to Coast. I think it was both of them were 30,000. Maybe actually they could have been more. Don't quote me on that.
Wow.
I glanced at it, but
it was tough.
It was really tough. Competitive sequence today at our sister track. They also have a pick 6 carryover at Santa Anita. I believe they start at 2 o'clock Florida time today. Yeah. So I won't do the maths on what time that is in Santa Anita.
You got me. Tropical turf. I know that the tropical turf pick 3 starts somewhere today.
Well, yeah, it does. In particular, race 4.
There you go, 4, 6, and 9.
A great wager. Yep, I've got a couple singles. We'll see. I'll punch it a couple times. I like to do that with the tickets that I have some leverage, some strong opinions.
Yeah. What about the best bet? You have the same one as me, or you went somewhere else?
I went to Celtic Motive.
Yeah, me too.
You did? Okay,
I think so, yeah.
Maybe it's low-hanging fruit, but it's Sunday.
My long shot was scratched.
Mine is Reina Buchero.
Reina Buchero. Oh, yeah, good angle on that one. 15-1 on the line. So that's it for us. We'll turn it over to Pete Aiello. Wait, who do you like in the big game?
I will go with the Birds. Eagles.
Okay.
Who are you going with?
Kansas City.
Oh, you're just being a contrarian. That's all it is.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everybody.